Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. The Ravens come into today's matchup wanting to find a way to walk out of the stadium with win number 5 on the season. It's the Lions going up against the Ravens.
Larry, we are coming to you from the heart of Baltimore, nestled between Russell Street and I-395. We're at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's the scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Carry here for Terrence West. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Flacco. Going long here for Wallace. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 49 yards. On first down, Flacco. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. That was an example of excellent defense there. They stuffed them. So now it brings up a 3rd down situation. If I'm calling plays here, I make sure I put it in the hands of my quarterback and get it to a receiver real fast. I'm not running the ball here.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. First carry for the vet, Danny Woodhead. And the hurdle that time, a great hurdle. Gives him the extra ground to gain for the first. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They go play action here on first down. And he's got his tight end, Watson. Touchdown, Baltimore. Benjamin Watson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens Ravens lead at 7-0. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. This is Abdullah. And now running right through it. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. So the Lions go backwards there, and unfortunately that's something they saw a lot in 2015. They had the fewest rushing yards of any team in the NFL.
It's one of those dubious titles that no one really wants to claim. Even teams who say, well, I'll worry about running it because we throw it all the time. Being able to run it when you want to is a key to success in the NFL, and Detroit struggled doing that.
They go with Abdullah again. Room here to run. It's a big play there for the Lions. 54 yards on the ground. And a big run there against the worst rush defense in the league. They're number 32 of 32.
And they're ranked that for a reason. And we're really not surprised to see a big run occur against them, are we?
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now a play fake here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. Ebron with it over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Now the Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third down.
Could be a blitzer.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point. So no problems converting there.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Ravens taking the field. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. That's into the hands of Wallace over the middle. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Flacco from the gun. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Macklin. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back and He's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Second down, Flacco now. Got him in. It's Brashad Perriman. A good pickup there, 26 yards. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now it's Flacco. Setting up the screen for West. And he is knocked down from the side. Only 3 there on the screen at second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
Now it's second and 7. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Wilson. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
They start the drive with Abdullah. And he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
I know it's a cliche, and coaches always talk about it's a team game. We need all 11 to win. But let's face it, Detroit really needs Amir Abdullah to have runs like that all season long.
Missed a lot of time with injuries, especially recently. Now, Theo Riddick wound up leading the Lions in rushing last year, but just 357 yards. They go back to Abdullah on first. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a second and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
To throw on second down is Stafford. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the longtime Charger, Eric Weddle. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Eric Weddle's one of my favorite players in the league, Brandon. A guy that always seems to be in the right place at the right time, making a play on the football. And he has excellent hands, as we just saw there.
They'll go with Woodhead to start the drive. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
And that's something that's been lacking in Baltimore's running game the last few seasons, the ability to really hit on a big run.
Last year, their longest run was just 41 yards all season, 4 yards per carry near the bottom of the league. Throwing here on first down, Flacco. And this is caught, Jeremy Maclin. And he is into the end end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Jeremy Maclin, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. We remind you, coming up later tonight, we got a good NFC battle. The Eagles and Seahawks from Seattle, coverage starting at 8:30 Eastern. And tomorrow we'll put a bow on Week 13 with an AFC North matchup between the Steelers and the Bengals from Cincinnati.
A hard-hitting battle right there.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the longtime Charger, Eric Weddle. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They get the pick. Now what can Flacco do on first down? He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 23.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
This is West. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
They'll run again here with West. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Flacco here on 2nd down. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They run with Woodhead. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Woodhead. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Danny Woodhead, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And it's 21-3. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Again, it's Abdullah. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. So the offense has it 1st and 10. A toss to Abdullah. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Three yards left to grab here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And now here come the Ravens. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. They run again with Woodhill. A very tough run, but for a pretty short gain out near the 32. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 2nd down, Flacco to throw. Going long here for Wallace. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mike Wallace, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The first down screen pass, good for 5. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Meanwhile, on the NFL scoreboard, a game going on in Chicago. And the gap in that one has widened. The Bears have scored again. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They'll try to pound it in with West. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Second and goal from the 1. They'll try to run with Woodhead. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Danny Woodhead with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Ravens continue to pour it on. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. So here come the Lions now. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they begin the drive with Abdullah. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And now it's third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The final shot before the break, Stafford. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
and I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this is
going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A second down run for Abdullah. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. Now let's listen in on the call. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played. But you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion, here's Woodhead. Space to maneuver at the 40. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Woodhead. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now it's Woodhead. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Ezekiel Ziggy Ansah with a tackle for loss. Just think he's still learning the game of football. Didn't play a heck of a lot of it in his native country. And at BYU was just scratching the surface before he hit the NFL.
Yeah, from Ghana, where he really liked soccer and basketball, but football's okay for him, right?
Yeah, I think it's worked out very well. Drafted on potential. He's realizing it here.
3rd down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Jordan Hill coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. On is the punter Cook, who sends it away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah. He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 37. It's a big play. Stafford to Tate. 43 yards. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Terrell Suggs in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. On second down, here's Stafford. Ebron caught left side. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That catch good for 5. It's third down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up. Give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Third and long, it's Stafford. And he connects with Ebron. A big 30-yard play on third. Now, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Amir Abdullah with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Flacco looks to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Ezekiel Ansah in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. From the gun, Flacco. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wallace. And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the play. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes the
Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Terrence West with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens add on. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. So out now come the Lions. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Stafford on first down. Ebron's got it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Strong right.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. C.J. Mosley not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. To throw on 2nd down, Stafford. That's pulled in by the rookie Kenny Galladay. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Fresh set of downs here. From the 50, it's Stafford. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Terrell Suggs in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Play faked Abdullah. It's Stafford. And he's going to go down again. Terrell Suggs. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Operating from the gun, Stafford. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And, Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we reached the point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that because we got to try and keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Ramsau? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here? Tell us, stretch this thing out a little bit.
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
That's what you get. A big-time producer. Keep them here. Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's West. And he's able to get the 1st here as he's taken down at the 25. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now a handoff looking right. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Kind of running there at your own risk against that 4-3 and that big line, aren't you?
Yeah, and I don't really run it against a good 4-3 team that well because I've got to get those guys on the move a little bit. If you're a static running team, meaning you just want to run it in the middle, you may have some trouble against good defensive tackles. That's what we just saw on that play. No gain.
And to give this time to the tailback. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it with West. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Partner, I think a lot of people thought that Baltimore would draft at least one runner. In fact, they didn't take any skill position players in the draft. So I think a lot's still going to fall on Terrence West.
Well, he did have over 1,000 yards from scrimmage last year, a career high. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. On the ground, it's West again. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second down following the run. The handoff as they run the counter play. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
But forget knowing where the 1st down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
And this one is right down Broadway. A final score now from Chicago. And give that one to the Bears as they wind up winners. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now Stafford hands to Abdullah. Not a whole lot of room to run. Gets it to the 35 after showcasing the great move. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. The offense on third down tonight, they've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They're looking at third and a few inches. From the gun, Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. One last throw here for Stafford. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Baltimore, their very slim playoff hopes get a boost as they move to 5-7. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.